It's Week 17 of the NFL, and we've got the Dragons bruising running back. He comes into this one second in the league in rushing with an eye on becoming #1. The action is only moments away on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin here. And, partner, let's examine this Tokyo Ball Club as they enter play.
They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go here in Tokyo. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And his first look is incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game. And it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Up the middle they go. Wall. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Looking to throw. May. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Downing. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Redmond. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Redmond. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 23. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Back to throw again. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Downing. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Dragons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 19 carries, 57 yards. They'll throw with May.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. On first down, Wall. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. To the air, May. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a handoff up the middle. Wall. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Throwing here is May. This pass left side to Downs. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Redmond. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. From the shotgun, May with it. Connecting over the middle with Downs.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
On play action, May.
Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Delayed game.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Up the middle they go.
Wall. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. Now this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. To throw, it's May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
He might be being set up here for a busy ball game. Already 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points, but what they really want is to find a way for them to kick extra points instead of field goals.
The Dragons offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he continues to be a nuisance for opposing defenses that are tasked with trying to slow him down. He's currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Downing. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Downing. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 3rd down. Downing. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Up the middle they go. Downing. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on third down. Redmond. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On fourth down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's May. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Wall. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Wall. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They go play action here on first down. And that's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Here's May. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Up the middle they go. Wall. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And that one goes incomplete on the drive. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Here's Daniel Whelan now.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Redmond firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Down the right sideline.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 17-yard line.
90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And that one too high and incomplete.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dragons are able to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield.
And they're going to be set up beautifully. A heck of a return down inside the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's made. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Redmond. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown! A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dragons are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Wall. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That is caught.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Austin's got it left side. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Back to throw.
Now this taken in by Downs.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Now a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. May.
Yeah, he's got it. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dragons offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Redmond. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Turner. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. Redmond. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Turner. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Redmond. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 39. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Oliver. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 23. Operating from the gun. Redmond. Going right side here, and that's complete. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds.
And it's caught. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dragons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he finds Austin complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Here's a 2nd and 5. To the air, May. Austin is there and brings in another one. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. They'll run on 1st down. Wall. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll keep it on the ground. Wall, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down is May.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try.
From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
The Dragons offense and their quarterback set to take.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Off the bootleg, Redmond. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 42. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Here's a carry for Oliver. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a hand. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Wall. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wall. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with May.
Looking for Austin, intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Redmond. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Downing. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
On 3rd down, Downing. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Looking to throw, Redmond. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dragons extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
From the shotgun, May with it.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. To throw, it's May.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
Throwing here is May.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Austin.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They'll throw with May.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
2 yards on the play. And the Colts first down.
Up the middle they go. Wall. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Wall. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Now a handoff up the middle. Wall. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Downing. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Here's May.
Completes it to Austin. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Now back to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They run it here with Oliver.
He'll take this to the 46.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a handoff up the middle. Downing. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On 3rd down, Downing. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
4th down, here's May.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Nifty footwork at the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, Downing. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Tokyo, they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
With that, we say sayonara from Tokyo.